Mikey Williams may just change the basketball scene forever. Now, if you have not seen what's going on, a lot of rumors are happening with his college recruitment, and this one is super interesting. Now, Mikey, of course, being one of the top ranked players in his class, everyone is wondering, where is he going to go next? Now, you of course have a couple different options. College could be one option. Of course, you have the overtime elite league, which can be another option. Even going overseas, going to the NBA G League, or just trying to train, take a year off, and then go straight to the draft. And really, the options are endless for Mikey Williams. This dude has a ton of clout, ton of popularity, so he can go basically at this point wherever he wants to go. But a ton of photos have been coming out of Mikey Williams with one specific jersey on. Now, if you've looked at him at all or really researched this dude, of course ranked 16th in the country and has offers from all the top programs: Arizona State, Kansas, Memphis, a ton of really solid schools, and that's just a few that are listed on here. Now, a lot of people are speculating that Mikey may have some interest in USC, and that's interesting because number one, we haven't seen him necessarily talk about this school at all. But what's interesting is a ton of pictures and photos have been coming out about him committing there and even teaming up with other people on that he's played with previously to just go out there and destroy competition. Now, I can say personally, I think it would be an excellent move for Mikey Williams to go to college. Of course, you can see how you match up against other people that play college, how good, what the talent level is looking like, because as of right now, scoring wise, Mikey is definitely up there, but I'd love to see how he really plays against consistently playing against top competition every night. Now, we see a vertical prep, he definitely plays against good teams, but there are for sure times where in my eyes I think he should be playing against some better competition, and wouldn't even mind seeing him go to a Oak Hill, a IMG, or a Montverde to really go play top competition in the country, so that you can make that easy transition when you go and play, if you do go and play in college, because we want to make that as easy transition as possible, and you playing against light competition in high school is not helping that at all. Now, what's even a more interesting question, if Mikey does decide to go to college, is will he be a one and done? And I gotta say, that's tough. It's tough to say Mikey, especially at this point, him being so young, is going to be a one and done in college. I honestly always say and prefer that people stay in college a tad bit longer, because number one, if you leave too soon, and I've said it over and over again, if you leave too soon, you leave college a little too early, it's going to be slow for you moving forward, because if you're not performing as well as you thought or as well as you really hope to perform, man, it's going to end badly. A lot of times players can't even stay on an NBA team, they get shuffled to the G League, and if you can't produce in the G League or you're playing not good enough, you're probably going overseas or going to be out of a job altogether, which is what we want to avoid with hoopers like this. Mikey has really paved the way for a lot of hoopers in high school basketball, and I would just love for him to go to a program where he can actually develop and not just focus on scoring points. You have to be able to play at the next level super solid. You gotta play defense, you have to get rebounds, you have to do the little things to help your team win, and if you don't do those things, you will not be on the court. And that's why I think picking such a good school is super important. But I really don't see him as a one and done type of player, especially just his height in general. Mikey being probably a stretch, maybe 6'2", and especially with his hair, people will say he's taller than what he actually is. But him having that height, he's definitely up there in height, but is not one of the tallest guys out here. Now, yes, he has the athleticism, of course he has the offensive skill and talent, but we haven't seen Mikey Williams play against the best competition that many times. We definitely have seen it here and there have been games where he's played well and other games where he just has been ghost. Even when they played against Montverde, Mikey didn't have the best game that I've seen him played. He scored, but he definitely could have done more. And that's why I think it's important for him to consistently play against those top guys and even try to join one of those teams so that he can really go out there, eat, and then have the opportunity and mobility to take whatever route he wants, knowing that he's already prepared himself to be really fluent and just be able to make a smooth transition moving forward. Now, the biggest change to all of this information is number one, Mikey, of course, is in the class of 2023. And do you know what that means? It means, number one, a lot of people are speculating that the rule that you have to go to college or at least be 1 year removed from high school will be banished. And what does this mean? It it technically means Mikey could go straight from high school to the NBA. Now, do I think that's possible? Well, you guys know if I said I didn't think Mikey would be a one and done, I don't think it's possible at all for him to go straight from high school to the NBA. We've seen players try to do it before, but again, it just hinders them a lot of times in the long run and really makes that process much more extended than what it had to be. And especially with hoopers being able to make a little bit of money in college now, it really changes the dynamic. And I don't think people would necessarily want to jump into the NBA right away because, of course, you can still make some type of bread in college and you have these other options. Of course, you can go to the G League, go these other places that are not necessarily traditional routes, but they give you a lot of option and variety of where you want to go and hoop in the future. Now, of course, the G League is another spot and another place a lot of people are trying to say Mikey's going to go or top recruits are going to go. And I think the G League, of course, is a great place to develop as well. Now, of course, you have to perform there. Number one, if you don't perform well in the G League, it's looking slow for you moving forward. You're definitely going to have a tough time. But as long as you play well, I think being a top draft pick is super doable if you're dominating in the G League. But of course, when players have so much time to develop and we still have to wait and see how people are going to play moving forward, Mikey's been at the top of his class for a while now. Of course, I believe he's ranked around the 16th player in the country as of right now. His ranking did go up a little bit, so of course, I'm sure he's not happy with that. But at the end of the day, rankings do not matter like that. What really matters is getting better and putting yourself against the best competition and just going out there, playing your best, training hard, staying in the gym and having fun. And I think that's what Mikey does for the most part. But man, I can't get over it. I would just love to see this dude go and play at one of these top tier programs in the country. Go to a Oak Hill, go to a Mount Verde, go to a Prolific Prep, one of these teams, man, and go and really see how you play against these guys that are ranked and have a ton of accolades in high school basketball. It's just where you go to prove yourself. And yes, Vertical Prep is definitely moving up. They're on their way there, but I love to see him go and play there. But yes, he's played comp in AAU as well. Of course, playing on the Adidas circuit at one point. He's definitely played with hoopers, played alongside Chris Livingston, who plays at Oak Hill. So I want to see, man, he's definitely played with the best of them, but I just want to see him take one step further, man, and try to go hoop with those guys. Now, I can't lie, I'd even love to see Mikey and Bronny team up together, go play at Sierra Canyon, and go out there and go crazy. Like, it would be a fire duo to see because them two, of course, are pretty much the most popular players in high school basketball at this point in time. And with them just having so much popularity, it would be fire to see them reunite and actually play together once again. Now, of course, I think Bronny is figuring a lot out, and Mikey may even overshadow him in that case. I would love to see it, but man, I just don't think it would benefit Bronny as much as it would benefit Mikey, because Mikey's really going to have the eyes on him. If you didn't think he had eyes on him before, man, with them two playing together, I would consider every game to be sold out and just everyone watching what they're doing. But who knows, man? Maybe Mikey and Bronny could team up for AAU. That'd be a little bit shorter of a season, and I would love to see that as well. But I think both of them just have a ton of work to put in. But man, this USC rumors for Mikey Williams, and of course even the HBCU rumors that Mikey had once said previously, man, they are going up. A ton of people are talking about it. A ton of information going around, but LNH will set it straight. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a like. But what many people are not noticing is Bronny James just got called out and exposed by an NBA scout, calling him basically unfit for the NBA as of right now and not a one and done player. Click that video on the screen because you won't want to miss this.